Hello everybody, and welcome back to Kinlaig. That's what we want. Reset the Bale counter. Seems fairly good for Bale, right? We could probably knock that off now. So it is the second part of June. It rained a lot longer than that shower was meant to happen, but it did eventually stop, and we've just managed to get finished the tedding and the windrowing. I've done the windrowing on our side of things. Can that pick up that? Got to be worth a try, innit? Be handy if it could. Nope. Oh well. It was worth a punt. So Walter's just finishing up the last of the hay work. We started very early at 6 o'clock in order to get this turned over. That's going to be a bit of an issue, isn't it? Oh, we're already out with that one. Any bets? I'm going to say 30 bales of hay is what I'm predicting, which is quite a big amount actually, isn't it? Because it's not a full cut, but that's what I'm saying. I've said it now, that's it. I shall stand by what I've just stated. Although to be fair, we've just made 2, haven't we? 1. There he is. The alternator. Off out, doing his bits. I did go round there and pull everything in the hope I basically flicked everything on the outskirts of the headland in order to try and then get him to go around and do it. And I think it might have worked. I mean, I've been pottering around doing other little jobs, but oops, that one might be a roller. Thank you for waiting. A few bits there that need tidying up, isn't there? Good job I brought this over. Mind you, once he's finished doing that field, then we can probably switch tractors back over. And it's a new day, which usually suggests the opportunity for new deals at the market. Gonna need to go down that area again in a minute. It's pretty tricky to do because it was a little bit dark. It wasn't too dark, but it was a little bit dark. when I first set out, and I thought I'll get my bits done first. Ooh, don't want to do that, do I? Although that might have pulled that out of the way. I think 30 might be a bit short now. The weather's looking decent for the day. Is there anything else I needed to do in June? I feel like there might have been. There's going to be some big mounds of hay to pick up here, so I will not be surprised if I end up missing a few bits. Although this section and the little walled garden should be the most messy bits to go around, because I've done that. Walter seems to be... oh, he's done. He's finished. Mandem's finished. Bet you can't. I am going to have a look to see if they have changed it and you can get a worker to bale up, because that would be quite interesting if they could. I'd be very, very pleased if they could. We've just managed to clear all of that out, haven't we? A little tiny splodge there. One down, 3 to go. And then we need to start thinking about the important stuff, which is what plough to plough up. Don't know if we'll get that done today's episode, but we will do it in June. That's the target, I think. Getting these up and getting these sorted is probably going to be the main task, although I am quite confident that this is all that we'll need. So any other cuts can be silage, which can be sold. That's where my head is at. 30 bales I reckon should be enough to last all of the animals. No, I don't think that's... There's a fair few there. I think 30 is going to be a decent target. Oh, there's a tree there. I'll watch out for that. Yes. Baling's quite a, grass work is quite a long job to do, but for some reason I do find it very satisfying. What about you guys? Do you find it as something rather... Is there a bit there? There's something I find rather calming about it. Therapeutic. Yeah, I've got a few bits down there to clean up. And to be fair, this field looks rather nice. Freshly mowed. Do. Might need a bit more net. Right. Oh, there's that little bit there, isn't there? I'll just go over that now. Back up. Right, next task. Let's have a look. 2 down. I wouldn't say we're halfway there. We seem to be pretty good for Bale, so I think 30 might be a good target number. Can I get... If I sit this down, will the worker do it? If not, I'll move these about and switch over to Walters. Just because I don't want to run out of fuel with all the work we've got to do as well. No, you can't. Alright. Well. I might keep the weight on. Just to give a bit of assistance on the hills. he's got loads of fuel. And then I'll move that in. Shall I have a bit of music? Let's put a bit of music on and roll this a little bit quicker, shall we? I'll go and give this a wash and put it back in its position. And then we can crack on. Well, I am fairly confident that I have underestimated the yield of this hay, which is good news. Not sure where we're going to keep it all though. Might prove to be a bit of an issue. Bale's in the way. Walter's way better at rowing than me, and I'm not all that good at nudging a bale out the way, as you may have spotted. I practically jackknifed myself. Right, last little bit is somewhere down here. There it is. And we did run out of twine, but luckily we had some on hand. Right, this is going well. If we can have all this done by lunch, quietly confident that we can get everything else that we want to do in June. I think that's everything. Yeah, I think that's all of it. Let's get this a wash before we put it away. Bum 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 bum. Good job he's treated himself to one of these. Makes him look a bit more lucky. Got a bit of a rinse now, even though it's going back out in the field in a minute. I mean, obviously we'll get animal welfare checks, so he doesn't really want a load of dirty gear, does he? Oh, we need to know how much we've done. So we know how many we've got to go pick up. So I said 30, I think it's nearer 40, I'd say. 61? Oh, wow. To say I'd miscalculated is stupid. That's nuts. Twice as many as I thought we'd done. What does this hold? 20... let's do the difficult bit first. 24 maybe. My, that's... well, it's definitely enough to last a year, isn't it? Possibly 2 years. Oh. 61. And that potentially isn't full yield. I mean, there's a chance it could be, but that field, the actual field grass is only just. Do you reckon I can squeeze that one on? I think I can. Yeah. No, that stuff's only just grown, so. In June, July, August, September, October, November. There's possibly 2 silage harvests that we can have out as well, which he'll be able to sell for profit. I mean, that is a fantastic return. I have to keep an eye on my numbers here, aren't I? Is that everything off here? I'll have to try and swing around now. In eye. No, actually, let's go around that way because I can line up to get through the gate. Do 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 do. That's going to be tight. Yeah, got it. I mean, it wouldn't have done if that were real life, but we'll take it. Bank round. 10 down, 51 to go. I'm actually forgetting to use my farm stick. I've conditioned myself to not use it. Also using the wrong foot to brake. I don't want to get in a habit using my clutch foot to brake. And his Kubota is doing the job. I mean, if you had the option for another little tractor, it'd need to be a fairly decent horsepower though, wouldn't it? To do the windrowing. Or a cheaper windrower. Which, incidentally, I did check the sales a moment ago, earlier, and for a rare occasion there wasn't a single thing for sale. Not a sausage. Though it was quite early, sometimes they don't always show straight away, do they? 24 in the load then, maybe? Yeah. That's 24.48. And yeah, a bit of a struggle there. That's to be expected though, isn't it? $61. What other things could you do with? Possibly a feed mixer. Depends. We'll keep an eye on those milking cows, because I've got a feeling we'll be alright just giving them hay. But as he will have silage if you did want to give them TMR. He's not going to have straw though, is he? That's the thing. I mean, he can have all of our straw. We're going to need all of this, aren't we? I reckon I can squeeze it right over to the side maybe. I might be able to sneakily get 2 rows in side by side. Certainly probably worth the effort. Straighten her up. That's because that'll go there. Hopefully it doesn't go bouncing. That's not too bad. It looks horrible, but yeah, we might be able to get another run out of that, you know. in that side bit. There is a chance. Looks quite different, doesn't it? With that netting on it. Just wondering whether I need to move them out of the way. To be fair, we can get 2 rows in that. We can load it up, I reckon. Alright, 24, 48. Oops, on straight away. So we'll be looking for 48, and then 13 on the last hit, and then we know we've got them all. Quick maths there. He did say he thought it was a decent yield, and I played it down and said, nah mate, it's his first cut, we're not even at full growth yet. He knows his fields. Oh, he's going to have to pay for soil sampling again, isn't he? And lime. And I'll need a few things next episode then. Let's clear this field off first. Yeah, what do we need to do next episode? Cut it in, stone, lime. Put a I don't think we need to put fertiliser down, do we? We'll need to put lime down. So he's going to need a spreader for that. Spreader and a plough basically. We should be good to go. We got a slightly different bales, how's that got? In fact, all of those are slightly different. Well, that'll make it interesting, won't it? I might. I'll keep going with the outside. Or should. 'This is going to finish nicely. 22. 23. 24. And then 13 on the last. I can't wait to give them the news. It's tight, very tight. Oh, I forgot to. I need to do that first, didn't I? Let's see if this will work. It should just fit 2 rows in there, perfect. If that will slide. That looks nice to me. Ooh. Oh, bugger. I might need to tidy that up. Well, not to worry. I can tidy that up. That's not a problem. Might be tempted just to go straight into next episode though, to be honest. I'm slightly buzzing. I'm not gonna over the amount of bales. Buzzing over bales. What a good bit of work this has ended up being. Walter out in the field doing an expert job of the rowing. Yes, it got wet last night. We probably lost a little bit, but nothing too bad. Dried out nicely overnight. Rode most of it last night. Sorry, tedded most of it last night and then rode a little bit. Didn't bother with this field because he's already done that. So. Nine, 10, 11, 12, and one back over there is 13. We've not missed any bales. 61, that is one hell of a haul. It's not the biggest I've done. I think I've managed 100 plus on 22. Might be my first series. I went really heavy on the biogas plant. Anyway, in fact, what do you reckon? Worth a shot? Let's give it a go. What's the worst that can happen? Quite a lot, really. Don't take one off the edge. I've done it. Bloody done it. Don't you do it. That's it, that's it. Back it up, back it up. Abort, abort. Ah, spike. Well, that I can use the others to top up. But that will last us a very long time. I reckon that could be 2 years worth, you know. He could be looking at some serious silage making going forward. But I will move those two out and tidy up. I will see you on the next episode. I do hope you've enjoyed this one. If you have, please hit the like button. If you've not subscribed yet, do feel free to subscribe. And if you've got any comments or suggestions, do feel free to put them in the comment section. Next episode, we'll get this into one hell of a big grass, hay, hayfield, or silage field now. Until the next time, thank you so much for watching, and bye bye for now. I might be better off loading them on actually and then loading them off again. Yes, that seems like a more sensible idea. Bye bye.